Hey everybody, I'm Bloom, and welcome back for episode 3 of the World League Report, where I'm here to give you all the highlights and things you might have missed from the GeoGuessr World League. For anybody new, we currently have 40 players battling it out for 20 weeks, gaining points toward their world ranking. Each player battles each other one singular time, and these points from the world ranking dictate who will qualify for the World Cup this summer. Let's start off this recap with the standings before this week started. Blinky impressively held first place with just a couple trailing behind him, and very notably, Finbar sat in 5th place with only 3 matches played. Also worth taking a look that Armani and Swan Gambit hadn't played any matches going into this week. But with all that said, let's get straight into the highlights of what actually went down. During our first broadcast, we started with a great matchup between Zigzag and Karania. After a back and forth start to their match in the moving game, we went to no moving and saw an amazing guess that ended out the game.
So he might have read something.
I think it's saying the stage, probably. I can't really
It says
make
it looks like Endo State, but
Endo, yeah.
I think so. He's in the right region.
Yeah, both similar. He was trying to adjust his guess a little bit, but not much happening there.
Yeah, I mean you don't.
And after that, we went to NMPZ.
Yeah, that wouldn't have been game then, but he could have gotten back into the game. But for now, Zigzag's still in the lead. And
Well, you have a very hard Brazil round. It looks like.
Yeah, it seems to be Brazil. It seems to be northeast. But it could be anything along the east coast. To me, I don't know.
They're both on East Coast, basically. Krania a bit further inland, and that might be enough to seal the deal.
An amazing, flawless game from Zigzag and NMPZ to secure him the 2-1 win. We also saw an impressive town name find from V89 on no
We
moving.
have a town named Cotisted. I think he knows where that is. Yep. And does Lenley know?
He said Hafen. Did Lenley even see the info? I don't
He's
know if
scanning
he's-
though, so I definitely think he has.
Okay. Okay, maybe
He's
he
scanning the
knows.
coast.
He said sounds familiar to him.
It is on his screen, but
Yeah.
doesn't get there in time.
Nope. That's
And-
good points.
And another unreal guess from that game.
Looks at it again. So maybe not Adelaide. I would just go somewhere east. New South Wales, maybe Queensland.
But we actually have an Adelaide guess from V89.
Not sure. I thought
This is
the
Sydney. Okay, they are very far from each other. This can
Be
be big
game
points
either way.
wise. Yeah.
and it is Adelaide.
It's in fact, Adelaide. Wow. A very, very good game.
In the Amin versus Almarain game, we saw how important it is to learn India in GeoGuessr.
Assam
Big
pulled
country,
the
big
offset
points.
off.
I agree. More in the west. I really like Eamon's guess.
Yeah, it is very dry for Assam. It could not be Assam. The polls are not 100%, but yeah, this looks like Assam. And Eamon
Again,
takes it.
had a tough time on his India guesses.
Let's take a look at a highlight reel of other great guesses from this
Anything
broadcast.
no. So I just
Well,
assumed it.
the poles were round and not square. Just a
And
bit
Arkhangelsk.
weird.
I quite like that with the like marshy.
Yeah, also these
river
trees
there.
are very low, so we could be somewhere in the north.
We have both
They
players
both
in
end
the
up in
town.
Arkhangelsk then.
That would be quite crazy. And that would mean that we definitely see a round 10. Final round where Armani would have the lead by a few points. And now we have
Oh, there's
Rania
a
switching.
Russian pole.
So we think we will see the game regardless of where this location will be.
Don't like that. Yeah.
Is Arkhangelsk Rania will be not happy about that switch. He had
Not
the right
at
idea.
all. I don't know what his thought process was there.
He tried to
because
hedge both cities, but no. That's gonna be his half of his health gone.
Yeah, and we
both
move
not on
on
Spain.
to... Seems like a Spain round. These buildings definitely look like Spain. My first thought when it did load in was Portugal, but I like Spain more now.
Especially with
Yeah.
this type of road. I think just the pavement looks more Spanish, if that makes any sense. And we have a switch to Italy.
Oh, no, he's not happy.
I think he's still in the game.
He's giving up his lead, but still in the game.
Mainz. Usually if we don't have any birches, it's very far south. I don't know if we have birches or not. And we have a St. Petersburg guess by malfunction. So as far away as you can be really in the west. And we have a lock-in. And
it's a very
very risky.
Guess.
Very
do we
risky
have
committed
birches
guess.
here?
I think we do. But
yeah. That should be more north in the country then.
yeah, kind of like more just
Or
Moscow
at least
maybe.
not south, but... Ooh, very good switch from malfunction there.
She was trying to switch to
Striking
Moscow,
back.
so
Yeah.
she would have been function.
Yeah, we had this mix-up in the league already, where we weren't sure if it's West Sumatra or Sulawesi.
And this might not be sure either. We have a Kalimantan.
Can also
I mean,
see
it's
that.
coastal, so it's very hard to say
Yeah,
whether these palms are
definitely.
usually here or not. So I definitely can see it. We have a Maluku hover at least. I don't think Maluku is this
Ooh,
flat.
I don't think you would ever get this flatness in Maluku.
So I think Ratsu definitely.
The buildings look
good
like
here.
Kalimantan, but it was indeed
Wow.
West Sumatra again. Malfunction getting very close again, and only those 2 rounds we saw
And that
was
means
what she needed. Not to discredit Kratsu, but malfunction is just on it.
we have some language here on the right. I can't really read that. There's like impasse de.
Something with
something?
A.
So I'm thinking about Spain here.
Yeah, that would definitely work.
Just because of also how the windows are. But region guessing this.
The architecture looks so weird to me. But it's only those 2 buildings in the middle, I
Is it
think.
really
Because
France?
the building left.
Oh, I don't know. Maybe it's just France. We have a
Yeah.
southern France, so maybe it's just South France because it looks like Spain.
Yeah, that could be it. That could be more reasonable because the
Will
building does
Kratsu
not
actually
look
lose in his own
Spanish
country here? I
at
mean,
all.
we have a
It
huge
could
discrepancy in guesses.
It's pretty far north. Don't know why, but it is.
Well, it's north. What can you say? Not sure how that's
Wow.
north. Has to
Yeah.
be some architecture he knows. But wow, Kratsu.
Definitely, like that architecture looked
Getting
good because Yannick didn't get any good sign yet. But I think he's a bit behind Fenep on the
Let's say
road.
Rio Branco, which is in. It says Rio Branco, that's Acre. Wait.
I was about to say, the building we spawned at looked similar like the one we had in Acre on the...
And he goes to Rio
Rondônia
Branco,
route
and
we
if
had,
it is
but-
there, and that could. He goes to
Ooh,
Bell
yeah,
and Bird. He knows the Bell and
Bird
Bird.
guess.
No, the Bell and Bird.
Oh
No.
no, it was indeed Acre and Fenep striking back with a very important guess here because it is the game-winning one. Yeah, definitely. A very good guess by Yannick there for urban standards.
We in NMI.
Yeah, which one is it? Is it NMI?
I think it's NMI.
Northern Mariana Islands.
I think it's
would make
NMI.
sense.
And it is Fenep. Taking the game in 1 round, that's all he needs. That's how he does.
Wow.
That's how he wins.
And that's how
Fenep.
it's turning
Yes, the
around.
smile.
Yannick not happy about it.
Can't really tell where because they haven't looked at anything.
No, my
like
first
Peru.
thought was Peru, yeah.
Juliaca, it says.
Oh.
On
It if
friendly sign
I
in a no
would
move and
trust
10.
it. I must
spotted.
say, I've seen Juliaca in a lot of cities.
It would fit though with
As
the
a-
general landscape
Yeah,
and how the town looks. So I can definitely see it. Yannick has not seen the sign.
Yep.
That's going to be a beautiful guess by Lenley in the right town.
Our sign on the road. I don't think I've ever seen it in Canada.
Never seen it in Chile, that's for sure. So I considered Chile for a second just by how it looked.
Mm-hmm.
But this should just be either Canada or the US.
Yeah,
tend
and
to
in
agree with you on the US.
I like the West Coast. Like, I like Washington as a guess there for Lenley.
We have Idaho.
Mm-hmm.
Most northern
yeah, can
Idaho.
also see that. Yeah,
Wow.
there's indeed Washington, Lenley getting very close there. Right region as well inside that cluster of cities there.
It's almost on the right.
We're starting off here in the moving game in what looks like Indonesia. Not a lot of clues I see yet on either side. It
We have
is
a Malay
Malaysia
guess.
though.
No,
Is it
we have a
Malaysia? No, it is
Indo-Pole. And
Indonesia.
we even has a
Tapanuli.
Panuli. Yeah.
Don't know that one.
Is where He is, I think. And he even found the town name. Wow.
Our second broadcast started with a match many were waiting for, MK versus Finbar, and it did not disappoint.
Yeah, what Finbar needs is a round with info nearby, which this could be. If he could find some information that MK can't, that could make the difference for him. We will see. An urban Italy round, definitely going to be some information. So Pesaro is a city in eastern Italy. I don't know if MK knows that.
Yeah,
it's a little further down near San Marino. He says he has Rimini, so Finbar knows Rimini.
That's going to be a big help for him. MK in Po Valley right now, so that's going to be a pretty big difference. 2.5 times damage. This could be some decent points. Definitely won't see game, but going to be a hit to MK if he doesn't get any more information here and move.
Yep. And again, MK is showing that he's not quite as experienced when it comes to moving. He does have a town name, he just doesn't know where it is or how to use that information. So we'll see some good damage for Finbar here.
Wow, that's Finbar basically on it. The 4999 deals 1,800.
Finbar locked in right now. But it's going to take a lot of great guesses from him if he wants to beat MK in no move.
The quick lock from MK. Did he NMPZ that? I didn't even see.
Wait. I'm not even sure, but it's a very different guess. Finbar is down in Victoria.
Yeah, this is going to be big points, even though it's only 1.5 times damage. MK on top of it right away, just near Brisbane. 1.5 times, that's 4K damage.
Game of the tournament here. Another rural Europe round.
A difficult one.
Not sure what the country is here. Looks like the players aren't too sure either.
Yeah, even MK looked a bit confused there.
Both of them going northern Russia now, which makes a lot of sense given the vegetation. I do like the guess. Again, I wouldn't bet against Finbar in Russia, although MK's guess is still pretty similar.
Oh, and it's closer from MK. That's going to take the game.
Wow.
That matchup wasn't the only one to give us some exciting rounds. Let's see some more from the broadcast. Quick zoom from Debre, 4.5 times damage. If we see a pretty big difference here in Mexico, it seems, we could see a lot of points. Big country, big points, Jake.
Yeah, big country, big points. Is there a coast to the east, or... No, maybe not. Could be a lake, actually. Yeah, okay. It looks like there might be water, so I understand the guess here from Debre.
It's a good guess. We'll see if it pays off. Skill issue. Looking Oaxaca now.
Huge difference now.
Huge difference. Debre on top of it will win him the game. And he stays calm and collected while he does it. He's picked up his first match win. Impressively, I will say. And a 2-0. Click on the name of the country or you just click capital. That's it, guys. That's all you need. Round 3 here. 2 times damage.
Oh boy.
Very rural.
Yeah, this one's going to be interesting. I'm not really sure what I'm looking at here. I could see Turkey or... I don't know. I'm going to stop trying to guess because I don't know what's going on.
Hard. This is a hard round. Oh, both players are quite confused as well.
Trickter's talking to himself. He has no idea. Swan Gambit's kind of just staring.
I think we see like 3k damage here. I believe we could see like 2 different countries or something crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, this looks difficult. Both players haven't even opened the map. Trickter's finally opening it, just clicking Sweden or Norway.
Oh my gosh.
Who's going Sweden? Swan, where's Swan gonna go? 4 seconds, Swan, get a pin down. He goes Turkey.
He is going Turkey.
And that ends it out. It is Turkey.
Put me in, coach.
Put Jake in with
He
2 times
it.
damage. Swan wins on round 3.
He's playing incredibly well. Ooh, boy, another Russia. I like the Novosibirsk guess. There's definitely some Gen 3 winter coverage in that area, so I totally understand that. But Dev going a completely different place. He's in Bryansk.
Wow,
this is huge damage here.
Yeah, this is gonna be huge damage. I don't think it'll be game.
It's close.
It's so close to it being game.
Wow. Solid chunk of damage off of Dev, but still a lot of work to be done here. What are we looking at here?
We are getting some crazy NMPZ rounds. I do like the mechs. The quick
Oh
lock.
my god.
What a fantastic NMPZ guess from Skill Issue that won him an important game for his standings. Talking about the standings, we saw a thrilling matchup with two of our players battling near the top.
You know, players like MK sending so fast. Again, it's the right strategy. And he's doing the right thing, but it's definitely tough for players like Mu to shine in a game like this.
Mu with a quick insta-lock here, quicker than MK when he actually looks quite
Oh,
confused.
oh
He's
my.
going Kenya?
Oh, he's
Mu's
wrong.
Mu's gonna
It's
win
Cambodia.
the game here.
Yep. Yep. Oh my gosh. Wow. Mu can't believe it.
Mu cannot believe it. The relief that we see on the camps.
One road in Western Australia, yeah. That one inland road. This is basically the one outback road in Australia where you get Generation 3 coverage, so both players see that, and I guess in roughly the same place here. Oh my gosh.
But MK on it. So impressive. Decent hit of the NMPZ game. We move on to round 8. Quick zoom, Japan from Mu. We love to see it south. MK central.
Different.
This is a big difference. Big country. That's a big hit for Mu with 4.5 times damage. That almost kills MK. He's on 75.
Which makes sense for Sao Paulo. That's where both players are right now. MK is max north, maybe just trying to get a little bit of differentiation, make a slightly risky guess. And it's right between them. It's going to be Mu who takes it on the round limit.
Yeah, takes it on the round limit. Mu happy about that. Such an electric game from these two phenomenal players. Mu takes it on the round limit. Back to more highlights from the rest of the broadcast.
Personally,
Do you like
maybe
that?
just
More
kind of
rolling
somewhere in the middle.
hills.
But yeah, the rolling hills, the fences that are sort of the wooden posts on the fences are sort of more tightly spaced, which is also more common in the north. Awesome card, almost looked like Tasmania, but yeah, I think it's got to be North Island, New Zealand here. Lime is probably around where I would be.
I do like it.
That's good info.
We're getting there.
Pretty
10
big.
second left.
Oh, he's
We have
going
a
south.
south. Wait, with 5 times damage on a round 9.
It is. Wow.
Wow, it is south. RC.
In there. This M sign, I think, is a Sweden thing. I love the Gotland guess. We have green blur. You see the location looks kind of just more green than normal, kind of saturated, which is something that's very common on the island of Gotland. So I really like the guess from Radu.
Do as well. Fly Me just near Stockholm, a little farther north of it. This could be big points if RC's correct, which I think he might be.
Sure is.
It sure is. Captain seems to want to go Italy here. We have one little pole there that possibly looks like it's wood. It looks like
Yeah.
it's like gray wood, which is interesting.
See a lot of wooden poles in Greece.
We
Not that they
do.
can't show up in Italy, but they are very common in Greece. I'm not sure, but this could be very consequential because Captain is hedging Italy.
Yeah, Captain's doing a little swimming here, just hedging all of Italy. While Trickter staying in Greece, Greek island actually, farther east, so this could be really big points with 3 times damage. It is Italy, and it does work out that Captain went there, and he wins off of that. That gives Captain a 2-0 over Trickter.
Rely on moving fast. I think that's probably a pretty significant disadvantage for them. But
Yeah, that is.
This is interesting.
Good for fairness, though. We do have players playing from all over the world here.
Yeah,
Varying
definitely.
things, as mentioned, so...
Harder to fast move in places like Australia and New Zealand, so I totally understand that. This does look like Canada. We had... So Coburg is probably a town. I have not heard of it myself. Trickter, there it is.
Trickter has it.
Beauty.
Wow, great guess there from Trickter. A 4999. That's a decent point comeback. He still is on only 500 health here. He's in the red. Pan still above half, but just barely. We go to round 7
Malaysia.
here. Yeah, Malaysia by the looks of it.
Wow, the instant send in Kuching. I mean, it's hilly, which would make sense. It's Gen 3, which works for Borneo. I mean, maybe the poles are more Sarawak than Sabah. So, I mean, if Pan's this confident, I wouldn't bet against him. Trickter's hedging.
He moves it up,
And it
and
works.
it works out for him. 4 times damage. That's going to be a big hit. That's going to be the game.
Goodness. Wow. What a comeback from Trickter. In Gorontalo, but that's a big area, and that could make a major difference. And is hedging the entire area, which makes a lot of sense, and he's going to go for that.
He's going to do a little swimming. Is Tractor going to follow suit?
He's thinking about it. Although, since he's behind it, he might want to take a risk.
It's
Yeah,
probably
he is.
better. Oh, he's going north to Loesi. He's going to commit. Will it pay off for him? It
It
does.
does.
It pays off very well from him with 5 times damage. That's the game. That is a crazy comeback from Trickter. He even claps the best in the world.
Yep. You see RC's moving skill coming into play so far in this game with that really nice guess in Réunion and the subdivision knowledge in Spain as well. See what he does in this Philippines round. It looks like neither has much info. I do with a pretty specific guess in Southern Luzon, though. Oh my goodness.
Wow, what an amazing guess from RC.
Put it past him, although this might be a tough place to do it. I would guess that this is Bolivia. And I like the guess near Potosi.
RC confident on a road here. Orlando to follow suit, I think not on the same road.
No, he's a good deal further north.
He is. This could be big points again, especially if RC's on it, and he is.
Wow.
3.5
What can you
times
say?
damage. That's 900 points. Orlando now less than half health. I mean, RC is one of the best LATAM players in the world. He has been one of the best LATAM players for 4 or 5 years now.
Yep. He's also a great Russia player, but Russia's definitely a little scarier for him, I think. Just because of how many points are on offer. Orlando is going to try and just go ahead and make a no-move guess. I like the guess on the road going through Krasnoyarsk, but Radu's got a sign, so this is probably going to end the game, I would imagine.
We'll see. It
Sign
seems like
for
he recognizes it.
Mariinsk,
Yeah.
as well as Vostochny. He has Mariinsk, so I would assume that this will end the game for RC.
Yeah, it does seem like RC's going to be right on it here. Yep. He's
Beautiful.
on it. That's a 5K from RC to win. Almost flawlessing. The matches from our broadcast aren't all that were played. Let's see some highlights from our matches off stream. Crazy hard round got us 2 very different guesses in the V89 versus Feneb game. great town name find on No Moving again. Speaking of finding town names, let's see a great find from Eamon versus Spaghetti. That's not all from this game. The legendary double no-move 5Ks from Spaghetti. But in the end, Eamon took the game and the NMPZ match afterwards. Let's head back to some more general highlights. Slinky and Pan had a thrilling no-moving game. What a game, but that's not all. Let's see even more highlights. How about 2 unreal guesses on no moving from Dev versus MK? Some great highlights this week, but now let's take a look at Bloom's Blunder of the Week.
Talk about in that first round. See what they can do here. Oh my.
Round 2. Difficult
I like
one.
that.
I really
I was
like
gonna say
Sri
Sri
Lanka.
Lanka. I like it too.
I do really like that. Guess skill issue has not opened the map yet. Where will he follow suit? We'll see. He goes Sri Lanka 2. Wow, and it's Mexico. Yucatan Mex. Quick little 0. After an intense game going back and forth, we made it all the way to NMPZ, and both players with the same exact blunder. A very difficult round and very fun to see. And finally, it's time for Bloom's Best of the Week.
Just guess straight. No, it was straight west of us, and he guessed straight east of it. This way around.
Keep spawning in these urban environments, which make it very hard.
Mm-hmm.
We have
Should be
these-
Asia though, because we have. We actually
Like
have Chinese language. We have Chinese language on the left, right? Is it Malay
No,
then?
I don't know if we're in Malay or not, because you have these like roofs on the left that kind of like bend down at the end.
Yeah.
That's usually a
It should
thing
be
that's Malay,
Malaysia.
or it is North Sumatra, which is where Lero is. I kind of like the Medan guess. It could be Medan.
Could be.
Because of the
could
pole.
be.
Just because of the pole, but I have a Batam guess.
Do you also get Chinese script in Sumatra?
I have no clue.
I'm not
But
sure.
we'll see. Both of them in Indonesia, so I'll trust them. It is...
Wow.
What? Wow.
Oh
Got
my
Tibing
God.
Tingi, or whatever the town there is, correct?
and
he's not even
doing
reacting. Bro is like, yeah,
a
whatever, bro.
lean. Just another
Lero
lean.
down almost 2,500 points, round 8, NMPZ, and he gets an insane guess. And the best part, no reaction. Man just leans back. You love to see it. Now that we've seen all of those highlights, let's take a look at the standings after this week's games. The reigning world champion Blinky still holds first place, but RC right on his tail. Also, Captain moved from 6th to 4th, and Finbar managed to stay right there in 5th place. Also, all of our players now finally have at least 1 point, which I love to see. And next weekend, we've got some exciting matches coming up. I'm particularly looking forward to Armani versus Spaghetti. And on the second broadcast, I'm particularly looking forward to FAO versus Orlando, which is a matchup between 2 of our 2024 World Cup semi-finalists. Should be really great. If you enjoyed this week's recap, make sure to tune in at 12 Central European Time and 19 Central European Time for the 2 slots of broadcasted matches. They're gonna be great. We'll see you then, guys. I've been Bloom, and as always, peace.